The women in Palestine don't have access to menstrual products. And yet you're getting mad over a trans woman posting a song. Just some food for thought.
Disabled characters don't have to like their disabilities to be good disability rep, but the ones that we expect to and the ones that we expect not to are weird. And I want to talk about it. Is this a third video I posted today about disability lit? Yeah, but I posted one and then I was thinking about it, so now you get more. Because this is something that's been bugging me for a real long time. I don't think I really knew how to articulate it until now, and I still kind of don't, so it's going to be a little rambly. But I want to talk about the different ways we expect characters to react to their physical and their mental / like psychological disabilities / developmental. And to talk about it, we're going to use this book as an example. I will fill you in on the bits and pieces you need to know about it. Yeah, you don't have to have read it for it to make sense, because basically, Tales She Tells of Shenanigans follows her protagonist, Nico, who's an ambulatory cane user, also autistic, but that's not a big part of it. So little a part of it that, like, when I've described it as an autistic book, a lot of people just assume that Tilly's the only autistic one because she's more visibly, stereotypically, and disablingly autistic. So what we need to know is that Nico, a lot of people perceive as just being a cane user, and Tilly, people perceive as being autistic. Part of the reason it's easier to clock Tilly as autistic is that she is a lot more negative about her autism. She doesn't know it's autism, she just knows that she doesn't feel human and feels incapable of doing human things properly. She's also a selfie, but like in an autistic way. But it's very clearly an allegory for autism, especially if you hear it's an autistic book going in. And one of the biggest complaints I've gotten for that book is people saying that they don't like that Tilly is so self-hating about autism, and it's really disheartening to read a book with a character who is that self-hating about their disability, which is a valid critique to have if the main character whose head we're in isn't also self-hating about their disability the whole time. And nobody brings it up as a critique. That's a little strange. That's a little odd. Like, Nico's the one whose head we're in. Literally every single time Nico's cane is brought up, they are so insecure about it. Yeah, we even, Vegas, just spoilers, get a moment where they do get that magical option to, like, make a wish, and they consider being like, hey, fix me. They see it as something that is wrong and broken within them. The only reason that they don't go with that is because they don't want to have to look back in the future and be like, this was the biggest defining thing. If I had one wish, I would have used my wish to stop being disabled. It's not because they like being disabled, it's because they want to wish for something cooler. Like, if they had 3 wishes, absolutely one of those wishes would have been to stop being disabled. If Tilly had 3 wishes, I think she would have also used one of hers to stop being disabled if she knew that she had autism. So if we have 2 disabled characters who both have negative relationships to their disabilities, which is valid. Disabilities are disabling. People are allowed to not like them. Why are people only off-put when the one that they're clocking as autistic is insecure about disability, and not when the cane user is insecure about disability? And I don't want to put words into anyone's head, but it is something that I think about a lot just because of the amount of people who get upset about Tilly and specifically use phrasing like, I don't want to read about a disabled character who doesn't like their disability, without mentioning that Nico, our main character, doesn't like their disability. But I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that people do not view autism as a disability. And I get that part of it is also that, like, there are more positives to autism than there is to being a cane user. Yeah, because, like, there can be upsides to autism. But that does not mean that it stops being a disability. You can love your autism. It's a disability. Yeah, and we should not be pushing that all autistic people have to love their autism because it's disabling. But yeah, there seems to be this weird, like, expectation for physically disabled. Obviously, a physically disabled character isn't gonna like their mobility aid, isn't going to be ecstatic that they're disabled. Because why would someone be ecstatic that they're disabled? Disabled people must be miserable, which is its own bad thing. I think both reactions, the reaction, like, the expectation that, like, obviously Nico is gonna not like their mobility aid, and we're just gonna skip past that, and we're just assuming it's gonna happen so no one's off put by that. I think that's also part of it. But I think it's negative in both directions. Do you get what I mean? I think it is doing a disservice to both cane users and autistic people, the ways that people were expecting those 2 characters, like, subconsciously, to react to their disabilities. Because autistic people should have the space, and it's very important they have the space when it comes to, like, legislature and stuff, to be like, hey, this is disabling. We cannot function the way that people are expected to function in society, and it is exhausting and tiring and frustrating and terrible sometimes. And at the same time, cane users being miserable and insecure about being cane users should not be an expectation because it's going to lead to more cane users being miserable and insecure about being cane users. Anyways, I'd love to hear other thoughts and theories because it's genuinely I lay up at night. I'm like, why are so many people so upset about Tilly specifically not being a happy disabled person when our main character is a grumpy disabled person?
Authorised by J. McCall, Australian Greens, Canberra.
We're Alabama moms. Of course we teach our kids how to ride. Keep it steady now.
We're Alabama moms. Of course we coach our kids' swim team. 3 more laps to go!
We're Alabama moms. Of course we let our kids play with our dogs. Best friends.
We're Alabama moms. Of course we watch our kids on the playground. God damn it, Carl!
We're Alabama moms. Of course we want our kids to go to Bama.
Roll Tide!
If the government thinks that we're not competent enough to make our own reproductive health decisions, we shouldn't also be competent enough for other things. For example, if women's so dumb, why make women pay taxes? Women shouldn't have to pay taxes. If women's so dumb, why women have job? Woman shouldn't have job. Woman should have things paid for. Like, if y'all are gonna take everything else away, at least balance it out. If y'all want to go back to tradition so bad, I should be taken care of at home like a spoiled house cat.
You know, we had to make a Starbucks stop. We are not boycotting Starbucks over here, okay?
This is an example of how white supremacy is deeply embedded into everyday life. There are 15 characteristics of white supremacy culture. Let's talk about right to comfort. It is the belief that you are entitled to comfort and coddling even if it comes at the cost of the exploitation of others. My right to a frappuccino is more important than Palestinians asking me to boycott. Right to comfort also shows up as scapegoating those who cause discomfort. Stop making a big deal about boycotting, it's her choice. Ugh, protesters are such an inconvenience. Look at all the traffic they're causing. I was just joking. Why do you have to make a big deal out of it? There's a time and a place for this conversation. You didn't have to make it political. The fact that Israel has killed more journalists in the past 2 months than World War II has killed in 7 years is not meant to be comfortable. It's not meant to be an easy, fun conversation. You just have to come to terms with the fact that discomfort is a necessary part of dismantling oppressive systems. White supremacy is more than just being a member of the Triple K. If you are actively choosing to ignore people who are speaking up against Israel's war crimes, you are not just complicit, but you are a contributor to colonialism, ethnic cleansing, genocide. Honestly, that's nothing to be proud to announce in front of your 2 million followers.
Thank you. If gun-free zones work, why don't we set up rape-free zones?
Everywhere is a grape-free zone. There's not places that you could go where it's like fair game and it's like allowed. That's not a thing. That's not a thing that happens. It's not a place on the planet that exists where you could just go and commit that crime. And I'm confused. You thought this video was like some crazy, cool, liberal own. But in fact, you've just exposed the fact that you think there are places you could go and do this. I mean, there was an island for a bit, but, you know, they shut that down. So, unlucky. Cancel your holiday.
I don't gotta hide what the theory is. I could win a fight on my period. Matter of fact, right now, I could build a pyramid. You're messing with my cycle, that is dangerous.
I feel like there's some stuff you could probably do in the middle there, you know? Arts and crafts, maybe? Knitting? Reading? Therapy?
Guys, I can't boycott McDonald's. It's my comfort food, and this is also stressful to hear, but I need to be comforted.
You need comfort? You need comfort. Whoa. You need comfort? That's crazy. You know who else wants comfort right now?
And then when they say that, and you're like, damn, you're selfish as fuck, they're like, no? What do you mean, no?
Why is my life a wreck? Because you lack self-discipline and you're cowardly. That's why.
It's for your mouth. Let me know if you need a bigger piece.
Get off the track! Just leave it! Get off the track! Leave it!
Alright, so that video is definitely edited, like CGI or whatever, but it's part of a really big problem that I'm not seeing a lot of people talk about. Fake animal rescues. It's exactly what it sounds like. Basically, they'll take these animals and put them in these really that's right, TikTok doesn't let me curse, but they'll put them in these really messed up, dangerous situations and then rescue them. But they never seem to miss a chance to record every second of it. I'm not going to show the actual video because honestly, I don't want to give them the clout. But I literally watched a video where they rescued a dog that was stuck in a pit of rubber tar. Like to the point where half its body was stuck there and it couldn't move. Total BS. But the part that gets me heated is that, you know, the video sharing app YT, you know, like Me Too, but instead of me, it's, you know, you. Not only do they keep these videos up, they encourage it. Those videos actually get monetized. You can literally think the wrong word and get age restricted on there. But like these channels, they get millions of views. They get ads on their videos. They literally get paid to torture these animals. I'm willing to bet a lot of these videos are happening in countries that have a problem with a lot of stray dogs. So it's like they'll take a dog off the street and use it for content because, you know, no one's gonna miss it, right? Matter of fact, I've even seen some channels use the same dogs in different videos. And like, it's easy to fall for. I've fallen for a lot too, but think about it like this. Even if this wasn't edited, which it probably is, what are the odds that that man was able to save that dog like right before the train came by and that the cameraman was in the perfect position to capture it all? Either one of the three. Either one, it's CGI. Two, that's the luckiest damn dog I've ever seen. Or three, staged. It just makes me sick because, like, you know, I can't do anything about it. The videos keep getting views, millions at that. You know, the people keep making money, and the dogs being rescued are really just in hell. Sick stuff, man.
Hi, it is a derogatory term. I hope this helps your understanding. Mwah.
Did you know that the highest rates in the world are in Inuit communities, in which many of them are between the ages of 10 to 24 years old? 10. So here are some social inequities that can result in this crisis. The dog slaughter that happened in the 50s and the 60s, the relocations of families, lack of housing, the lack of a good education system, residential schools, the high food prices, the lack of healthcare accessibility, lower median income, the government policies, and many more. Although it's a sad reality, it's a subject that should be more openly discussed. Inuit carry so much hardships, but we also carry so much love, uniqueness, and beauty.
And remember, kids, the next time that somebody tells you the government wouldn't do that, oh yes they would.